This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Washington Football Team. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made at his
sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch it between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe for a minute, man.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Taken down at the 22.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Hamilton on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He may try and run for this. And down to the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
1st down.
A great gain there, and you know what might be the best thing about that?
What's that?
I've got him in our fantasy league, Mr. Davis.
But don't you think it's time for you and I to talk trade?
No. I'm good. I'm good. this one down to about the 17. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
A 3-yard
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
After the run, now Herbert to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With no score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 41.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brought down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
An extra cornerback
quarterback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth.
A 33-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there. First down.
A gain of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And not much room to operate it, so get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, Eckler. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Taken down.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Let's get it.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
I know you felt that one.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
A 41-yard gain.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Down.
comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Let's go, defense. And here we go. 56, Mark 56. Here we go.
They snap it to Herbert, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Montez Sweat, and Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Desmond King making the tackle.
15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play. But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
This ball complete to Rager. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Herbert. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
It's a gain
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They go play action here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Play fake to Eckler. It's Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And some room to work. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
He's brought down.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Brings up
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll run with McKissick. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot to tackle.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. It's a sneak for Rosen. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From his own end zone, Herbert quickly finding Rager. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
Tackle made at the 12.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Los Angeles.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
At the 13-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Kevin Pierre-Louis on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Chargers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rosen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Steven Sims.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple of yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Of the goal line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-0.
Makes this Washington 10. Chargers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
For the Chargers.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's going to be incomplete. Herbert. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Devin Bush coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw is Rosen. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Is good. Makes this Washington 17. Chargers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Austin Eckler.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He can run for it, and he will. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
4th down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and find another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now it's Rosen. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards. At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for Washington, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.